I hope everyone is having a great day. I am. It's sunny outside. It's time for a push day. I'm going to go heavy, hard, get a nasty pump. And over the weekend, I had some cheap food. And I think if you're going, if you're in a off-season growing phase, it's okay to throw a little cheat meals in there. You definitely don't want to go overboard. Definitely want to make sure your physique is in a good spot and that you're not going to mess anything up. But sometimes you got to let loose. You got to enjoy yourself a little bit. Over the weekend, I enjoyed some canes and some crumble. Great stuff. Well, actually, half of it was great. I've got maybe a controversial opinion, and I don't even understand why it would be controversial. I don't think Cane's is that good. Now, I don't think it's bad, but I definitely don't think it's as good as people say. And, if you like Cane's, good for you, man. I'm just not on the cane train. I don't understand what the fuss is about. It's decently cooked chicken, fried chicken. Seasoning's okay. The sauce, the sauce is the sauce. It's good. But whenever people are, if you don't like it, you got to have it with the sauce. The sauce should amplify something that's already good. But if you need the sauce to make it good, then is it really that good? And then the fries, man, the fries suck. The fries are just straight buns. But anyway, regardless, it's going to contribute to today's pump, so I can't complain too much. All the grease and the carbs and the fat, we're feeling good. Muscles are feeling full, strong. It's going to be a good workout. And of course, crumble, can't go wrong with that. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you guys know I'm a crumble lover. I love crumble. I've definitely cut back on it recently because it was getting a little crazy in the holiday season. There was too many flavors I needed to try. So we've cut back a little bit, and it's good. Don't want to get sick and tired of it. I don't think that's possible. But anyway, chest day, chest day, push day, whatever you want to call it, all the good stuff. Gonna hit some incline. I want to hit some dumbbell flat bench, of course. See if I can get the 62.5 kg dumbbells for an extra rep. Last time I got them for 7. I did have Jade spotting me, so we'll see if I can get it for 7 on my own. If I'm, things are going real well, I'll get it for an 8th or a 9th rep. So that's best case scenario there, and we'll see what happens. Then I'll do like an incline chest press, some flies. I'm really liking the dumbbell front raises. We'll see how it goes. I might switch it up and do a little shoulder pressing. And then, some side raises, of course. And yeah, just your typical push day. Taking it easy on the triceps for right now. Just the arms in general are getting a little bit of a break. And that, of course, is to give my shoulders the opportunity to catch up with my arms. And something that throws me off a little bit from time to time is, and I could be better at this, just not putting on too much body fat in my off season. But the way your fat distributes across your body, like the way it comes on, typically it's going to come on around your midsection first, and then it's going to go everywhere else. And according to your genetics, it'll be, distributed in different areas, proportionally different for every person. And sometimes can throw off how you view your physique. So sometimes I will go back and look at times when I was leaner and really look and see where the discrepancies were in my physique. Because especially when you have more body fat, it can take the roundness away from your shoulders and kind of just make your arm look like just one big homogeneous blob, which isn't the most fun thing to look at all the time. So I'll look back at some of the contest photos and see how we're looking, especially the stage photos, because really the look you're wanting to go for is the best look on stage. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. I need bigger legs, and I destroyed my quads yesterday. They're really feeling it. Yeah, exactly what I want. But other news, life's going well, just kind of chilling. Rewatching some Naruto Shippuden. I originally watched that like 6 years ago, which is crazy. And Jade and I have been rewatching that one, and we need to catch up on some other ones too. But man, there's just not enough time, between work and the gym and meal prepping. It's kind of hard to fit some anime in there sometimes. But when you do, it's definitely fun. But I think that's it for now. We'll just cut to the gym. Starting the push workout today, we're doing dumbbell bench press. I got the 62.5 kg dumbbells here. Last time I did these, I got them for 7, and today I got them for 10. So I'll take a 3-rep PR any day of the week. The Canes gains were strong on this day. And one thing you'll notice throughout this entire workout is that I keep things very simple. I don't like to complicate my workouts with anything out of the ordinary, crazy stuff you see on Instagram. I try to stay within a full range of motion. I also like to do some movements in a range of motion that just feels like I'm keeping all the tension on my muscle. But really it just depends on the movements. But you're going to get most gains from full range of motion. You're going to stay healthy that way. And really what's tried and true is going to be what's best. But you should experiment every now and then. After that first set, moved on to a back off set. These are 52.5 kg dumbbells. I believe that's somewhere around 125 pounds, something like that. Math is probably not entirely accurate. But yeah, dumbbell bench, been back at it for 3 to 4 weeks now, and it's feeling really good and progressing well, so I'm going to keep at it. Then moved on to the incline chest press here. I like to have the seat a little bit lower, so my elbows are a little bit more flared out. For a strength perspective, this might not be optimal, but for a stretch perspective, this feels great, and I get an amazing pump. After those dumbbell sets, my strength was shot a little bit, so only got about 11 reps on the first set, and the second set here was a little bit of a struggle. And I did throw in a little bit of a drop set at the end here. I take a plate off and then get out as many reps as possible. And now that I'm training a little bit more intuitively, just based off of how I feel, not going in with I'm doing 2 sets of this or 4 sets of that. Typically, I'm going to be doing at least 2 sets, no more than 4. But sometimes if a movement's feeling really good, I'll throw in an extra set or I'll cut it a set short. Sometimes I'll throw in an intensifier like a drop set or a rest pause. Just kind of things I've learned over time training and getting to know how my body works and responds in the gym, and also just what I can recover from by the next time I want to hit that muscle. Also, since I'm not hitting chest as frequently as I normally would, I do like to go a little bit harder, a little bit heavier. That way I'm maintaining and maybe growing a little bit. Doing some chest flies here. Got about 180 pounds on the machine. Form is not the cleanest on the first set, but that's okay. Just wanted to overload the muscle, and then on this back off set, I took a plate off the side and then put a 25 on it. And then we're just kind of doing some smoother reps, really feeling the squeeze. And this set,
I did a rest pause. Now, with my rest pauses, I'll typically do 2 to 3, try to rest anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds between the rest pauses themselves, and then just get about 4 to 6 reps on each of those. Feels really good way to accumulate volume in a short period of time. I think with bodybuilders, it's easy, especially when you're first starting out or you're in like an intermediate phase, to just try to hit every single machine. And that can work for a little while, but once you start getting in that hour and a half, 2 hour range, 2.5 hour range of your workout, you have to ask yourself, what are you really accomplishing? Are you actually growing the muscle, or are you just training your muscular endurance? So try to find ways to reduce the time you're working out, but increasing the intensity in that time frame. It will help you so much. I found recovery is better just because training sessions are shorter. Your joints end up taking less of a beating because you're doing less volume, but you're also doing more in a shorter period of time. All that sciencey stuff. Then we moved on to do some shoulders. Did a couple sets of Smith shoulder press here. First set was a bit heavier than I would have liked. Should have expected my strength to be shot down into the ground. And then 2 plates on the first set, and then the second set here I did about 205 pounds. I don't count the Smith machine bar in my weight, so this would be 160 pounds, and then this final set is 140 pounds, or plate and a 25, however you want to do it. But from here on out, on this channel, I'm just going to be going with the added weight on the Smith machine, just so we don't get confused over here. But yeah, I mean, during a push workout, if you're hitting chest, especially if you're doing incline movements, you don't need to do too much on shoulders just because they're going to be hit regardless, just because of the compound nature of the movements. And then finishing off with some seated side raises, making sure I'm lifting my hands all the way up and pushing my delts to the ceiling. We're also kicking these out at about a 45-degree angle, so not straight out to the side, just a little bit out in front and to the side. Really good contraction on the side delts. And I am doing a little bit of swinging here. It's not the strictest form. And with these, it's kind of something where you're like, okay, if you're not going to do super strict, you might as well just try to get as many reps as you can and accumulate a burn. That's one good way to do them. Or you can do super slow, controlled reps, go down in weight, hold at the top, and then do that super strict range of motion. But yet again, really do what feels good to you. These feel good to me, so I'm going to keep doing them that way. But that's going to be it for the workout. I'll see you guys for the pose down.
All right, so that is a wrap on the push workout. It was honestly a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I knew it was going to be a good workout going into it. So hitting the 62.5 kg dumbbells for 10, I was expecting 8. I wasn't expecting 3 more reps from the last time I hit it, but still got a chest pump, just finished shoulders. As you can see through the shirt, we're looking full. Even the back is looking pretty good. I'll show you here. Feel real good. After all the cheap food, I definitely feel full. Hopefully the pump is representative of how I feel. Because I'm feeling pretty good on that. And one thing's for sure, when it gets to be this difficult to take off a shirt, that could be a sign that your off season is going as planned. Or it could be a sign that things are not going as planned. But this is definitely on plan. This is what I like to see. Yeah. Not some full. Abs are kind of peeking through. We'll give you a little side tricep too. Oh, it's been a minute. Yeah, feeling pretty good. When you can have a cheat meal or an off-plan meal, refeed or whatever, and it just goes to a straight pump and you're not like holding on to excess water or anything, that's a good sign that things are moving in the right direction. Now you definitely have to be careful at this point because I have before been like, oh, that cheat meal did not really do any damage. So I'm going to do another one and keep going. And before you know it, you're 5 Ben and Jerry's deep and your physique is completely gone. So be smart, have your cheat meal, and then get right back to plan. And speaking of which, I got a bowl of cereal and some cardio waiting for me. So with that being said, I'll see you when I see you.